whole time we've been sitting here, it has said recording, I'm not sure why, but
It always does.
Your favorite
it
thing?
always does?
Yeah, but they won't actually start recording
Until I get the
until
10-second
she
one.
gives a
Oh, okay.
10-second warning.
Okay.
All right.
I wasn't able.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you
Good
for
evening.
coming. Could we all stand? I'd like to actually first call it to order, and let's stand to the Pledge of Allegiance. Karen, why don't you lead us in that?
Oh, thanks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, can we go around the room and say who's here? Let's start with
Gail LeBruck, I'm the recording secretary.
Joanne Duffy, Planning and Economic Development Director.
Ellen Vermont, citizen.
John Napoli, member.
Chet Bowen, member.
Karen Hughes.
and Bonnie Gavin, the acting chair for the night. So anyway, I guess we're going to go ahead and do the election of the chair and the vice chair now. So.
So do we make a motion?
Make a motion, that'll be perfect.
Can I-
I nominate
Can-
so-and-so.
Can I make a motion to nominate Chet Bowen for chair?
Should we do vice chair at the same time or?
No,
No.
separate.
Separate, okay. I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? I'd like to throw my name in the hat as well. So we have a little competition
All
here.
right, I like it.
Wow.
So I'd like to throw my name in as well. So,
You can't nominate yourself.
well,
You don't need a second.
Oh,
I didn't think you needed a second,
No.
oh.
but I will defer to Chet.
A second for what?
To the motion.
To the motion.
Oh.
All in favor of having Chet as the chair, please raise your hand. Awesome. I see that no one is dissenting to that, everybody? Perfect. Now we need vice chair.
Well, I think that.
I'll nominate yourself.
I will not do that, but thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, so keep going.
Oh, wait, really?
Karen cannot be the chair because she's
I know
the
that.
Vice chair.
board rep.
So John can.
John.
Or-
Do we
Ellen
want to
can.
wait for some other, do we want to wait for next meeting if there's other folks that might want to do it?
Well,
It's up to you.
do we have somebody willing to accept? Oh,
I don't know.
as vice chair.
As vice chair, I don't know.
Oh,
I can't do it, otherwise I would.
Yeah.
I can't.
well, what's the job?
To fill in
You
on
just
the
be the vice chair when the chair's not here.
Yeah.
I will volunteer to be vice chair.
Perfect. Well, in that
Perfect.
case, I nominate John.
So, Chet, now that you're chair, please take over.
Wait, we supposed to all vote?
Now we
right?
know why it got moved up to the beginning. It's all
Wait,
good.
we have to vote for
I'm
the.
out.
We have to vote for the vice chair.
Yes.
All in favor?
Yeah, you have to vote for him, yeah.
All in favor?
All right.
There you go. Opposed? Abstaining?
So why don't you move to here so that everybody can see who you are?
John, what's your
Okay.
last name?
Now,
Television.
Napoli.
Thank you.
Nice Italian name.
Okay, so now we have the recommendation for the alternate, and there's one seat available. We have Brian Mazur. Is Brian here?
Brian was
Mazer?
not able to make it.
Okay. And Melanie Renfrew-Hebert, who is
Melanie
here.
is here.
Melanie is here.
Melanie, would you like to come up, introduce yourself, and talk a little bit about why you'd like to be an alternate?
Of course, we're
That'd be
glad
great.
to meet you.
Either one of those seats is fine.
Thank you.
This is so bland. It's amazing.
Good evening. Thank you all for inviting me here to come and talk to you about why I'd like to be an alternate for this council. My degree is in community economic development. I have a doctorate from Southern New Hampshire University, as I was just talking to Scott about. I also hold a master's in community and development and an MBA in policy and development. I forgot.
It's all good.
And a degree in accounting. But what I have that's even greater than any of that is a passion for the Pinardville end of Goffstown and Goffstown in general. I've made it my duty since I came to live in Goffstown to get to know as much about it as possible, even where Grassmere is. And I'd like to do that to serve my kids, and in extension, serve all kids and all adults in Goffstown. So you'll see I'm on multiple committees, on the Budget Committee, the newly appointed Vice Chair of the Budget Committee. I'm the Chair of the Trustees of Trust Fund. Nobody knows what we do there, so please don't ask me anything. And I also help with as many volunteer opportunities as I can in town. Goffstown is my full-time job. I hold in my heart a special place for economic development. I've worked with multiple populations, individuals who are non-traditional by job career, training at the community college. I worked there for 3 years, helping them find placement in the community, as well as helping them navigate through their programs being not specified by gender for them. And I'll be glad to discuss that with anybody who'd like to outside of here and what that entails. Some of it was not pretty. I've worked for the state of New Hampshire, helping with workforce development. I worked for the Economic and Labor Market Information Bureau, analyzing data for the Workforce Development Act, and reporting data from each of the categories that they had. I also worked for Granite State Independent Living. I am boringly trained in the ins and outs of everything having to do with Social Security, disability, and SSI. Not retirement, so can't talk about that. But through helping individuals with disabilities resume work in the workforce or increase their participation. It's another special passion of mine. My dissertation was actually about cooperatives and workforce development, helping people find more meaningful work in a cooperative environment, which would allow them to stay in the workforce longer and retain any gains that they had, where in a traditional job field they may fall out of the system if they're sick, if they're unable to participate for a short period of time. So that was a passion of mine. I'll spoil it for you. What I found is that people with disabilities who are in a co-op, they don't identify as disabled because it does not impact their work.
Wow, that's
So that was
great.
very interesting. So it's just some small things about my past, my history. I also identify as an individual with a disability. So I look good and check off a lot of boxes. But it is interesting to find how many people are looking for quality work in the Goffstown area. I talk with many mothers who would like to find more meaningful work. Goffstown has some great opportunities for them with schooling, a lot of part-time positions, but some more flexibility and some different kind of employers in the area, especially in that end of the area, would be a big bonus for them.
Great.
Thank you.
I
And a
also see
benefit
that
to
you're
all
a
of us.
CASA as well.
I am a
I am a
CASA.
CASA as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
you
I'm
are.
very
Okay.
Interesting, you were interestingly,
Well, thank you very much.
okay.
Well,
Thank you. Any questions?
Yes.
You?
no, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, Ms. Karen.
I think you and I could have coffee and talk all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to answer any questions you have.
Any questions?
Very impressed.
Well, you're pretty thorough. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joanne, did Brian Mazer want anything read in on his behalf?
No, his resume is
resume's
attached.
Right.
He was not able to be here due to a work commitment.
Okay.
I did tell him that, you know, I couldn't guarantee anything. I didn't know if the board would be making a recommendation this evening
Mhm.
to the select board. You know,
Is that how that?
We can do that.
yeah.
I'd like to move to recommend Melanie
Yep.
to the select.
Okay, that's the motion.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Karen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes unanimously. So we will put this forward to the select board. And next month, assuming you'll be here as an alternate.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you for
you.
coming.
Appreciate it. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
Now that is one fascinating.
Absolutely great. Very lucky.
Thank you.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. Okay, and next up we have guest speaker Scott Slattery from the UNH Cooperative Extension. Hi, Scott.
That's a tough act to follow.
Well, you got
What I was gonna do if she was still here, I was gonna actually go like this. Like, she should say, no, Melanie, and before you asked me, Joanne, yes, I already asked her to join the subcommittee.
There you
And she's
go.
very interested. Interestingly enough, her and I trained under the same person at Southern New Hampshire University. And same person that Charlie trained under. So it's the community economic development world is a small circle, let's put it that way. So I just wanted to come and give you a quick update on where we were with the project in Pinardville. Joanne and I continue to meet every week, and we have a survey, which you will see in your inboxes first thing tomorrow morning. We started with about 96 questions. We've got it down to about 30 that we think are really the appropriate, the right questions to ask a very busy person, small business owner.
Sure.
You also have the list of the businesses that we have. I do ask in the next 2 weeks if you could carve out a little bit of time and take a look at that list for me. We're gonna have our first subcommittee meetings in 2 weeks. Joanne has done a phenomenal job of, I can't say enough about your economic development about her. She's done a great job at recruiting people for the subcommittee, but recruiting the right people. I know I sound, you hear me say this, it's about 4 or 5 or 6 of the right people. And I'm sorry, Joanne, I broke the bubble today. I did invite Melanie.
You picked a good one, good choice.
And when she said that, she's lived in Pinardville, she had me sold at that point. Then when she said she had a PhD in community economic development, like I said, I was ready to hand over the ID to her. So I think that the survey that we came up with is very comprehensive, even though it's, like I said, pared down. I think it really cuts to what it is that we're trying to find out from the businesses in the neighborhood. What are the struggles? Where are the struggles? Is it just you can't find employees? Joanne and I had a long conversation today just about different businesses and folks that she's talked to about the struggles that they're finding in employees. Some of it's a very simple answer of you could pay some more. These days when they're paying $15 an hour at Dunkin' Donuts,
Right.
and you're paying 11. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your business, but that's a pretty easy, that's a slam dunk type of thing. But there's obviously a lot deeper issues going on, that we need to expand businesses and things. Costs right now, fuel is one that I'm hearing that repeatedly now from different businesses, because it's either the fuel surcharges that they're paying on stuff being delivered to them, or the fuel charges now that they're having to charge their customers delivering to them. And in some cases, both, because of the cost. I mean, we moan and groan. I just moaned and groaned as I was filling up my gas tank on my way here at $4.10.
Yeah.
Diesel's almost $6. When you're driving a big rig and delivering, that's a lot of gas. So that's just one thing that we've been able to find out from talking to different people. But I'm really excited about where we're getting. I really want to get to work.
What is the meeting date?
2 weeks from today.
May 18th.
Okay.
We proposed to do 2 meetings on that day, right? One that we could do during the day. Joanne and I have a standing 10 o'clock every Wednesday, so we said we can use that time for anybody who could be available. We'll also set up a computer for remote people that can't be. Then we're gonna do one later in the day, 5, 6 o'clock, for folks that can't come during the day because they're working or kids or whatever the case. And the same thing, setting up a computer. So it'll be the same type of meeting twice that first day. Joanne's gonna remote on the second part, the second meeting. I said, well, we'll do it later so you can go home and, be at home and you can, call in from there.
What time is this meeting?
We've proposed 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. But that's not locked in. I mean, we're willing to hear from anybody who says,
Here?
we'll do one here, and then we'll do, the second one will just be remote.
Is this for this committee or the subcommittee?
It's really for the subcommittee, but of course, everyone, de facto, you're all members of my subcommittee. Whether you knew it or not. So sure, anybody's, we won't turn anybody away. Even though we want to keep the subcommittee as a small working group, anybody from the community can come and participate. There's no closed doors type of thing. But you know what happens when you get 15 or 20 people and you're trying to develop a survey, or you're trying to do, you end up with 20 different surveys. So.
Yeah.
That's too many.
Yeah, so, but I did want to just, give you a quick update tonight, and I really I can't say enough about the work that Joanne has done. It's made my job a lot easier in what it is I'm trying to do. If I send an email, she gets right back to me, and vice versa. You know, she comes back today, well, I'm meeting with the town attorney, so I may be busy, and just tell the girl at the counter she knows where to find me. And then I get there, it's like, oh no, I was meeting with the solar people. Do you ever stop? So, but, questions anybody has?
Yeah,
Sir.
Scott. So, other than reviewing the list of the survey questions, are there other specific needs that the folks on this committee can help out with at this time?
The business list, if you can make a note on that form, right? Yeah, I did create a separate column on that, just for a quick little note. Hey, I know John, you know, spoke to John, and if you can make an introduction for me, fantastic. Or if you can at least just give him a heads up.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do is also let me know is, unfortunately, maybe some of these businesses aren't in business anymore. So if you know, hey, Scott's Dry Cleaning is no longer, just that way
That
I
would be
know.
really helpful
Oh, no, you were
to
going through that.
pare down.
We've been
this.
going through it,
And the new business you put on
Yes.
Yep.
businesses.
So we're just thinking, sometimes it's good to get fresh sets of eyes on a list like that, where we've been looking at it for weeks, it kind of blends together. Yes.
So for the businesses, are these all like, what are the categories?
We've sectored it out into about 7 different categories. Retail is one, manufacturing and industry is another one, restaurants, professional.
That came through on your list, and
Yep.
it showed,
Medical.
that came through on the document.
Okay.
So there's about 7 different
Okay.
sectors that we have. And again, we're open to, hey, don't forget about this. The last thing, and Joanne and I had a long conversation today, she was speaking with a business owner who came in and wants to expand some business in town and was getting involved, and she seemed to be very connected in with the faith community. So we have recruited her to be, a quasi liaison to the faith community. And we're not just talking about just because your physical house of worship is in the neighborhood. We're talking about all the houses here in town. Because I look at the faith community as a real economic engine. And I think a lot of times we overlook that or we take it for granted. So we're going to definitely tap into that. So that's another sector that we've looked at. Even though it doesn't fit the traditional business model,
Absolutely.
can't overlook it. So.
Other questions?
So if you could all take a look at that list in the next week or two,
Yeah, 10 days or anyways, before, next
and-
2 weeks, 1 day.
and
2
just,
Wednesdays.
mark it up, and if you have the capability of scanning it, or if you can't, just send your comments.
Send your comments, right?
Yeah. Does everybody want me to resend it? Does that make it easier?
So are we getting another email tomorrow with the survey questions?
I can
Can we
include the list.
include that? That'd be
Yeah.
great.
That'd be great.
We'll just include it as 2. We'll send them both
That
back to
list
you.
came out quite a while ago that you sent out, Julie, right, of the businesses?
Probably 2 months or
Yeah, it was quite a while.
Something like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
send it to me again.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairperson,
Thank you.
Mr. Vice Chairperson.
Folks, you look thrilled.
You didn't look so happy there.
Thank you, Scott, for all your work.
Thank you,
Yes,
folks.
thank
Have
you,
a great
Scott.
night, everybody.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Okay. The next is minutes, approval of minutes, which you should have a copy in front of you.
I have 2 corrections, Mr. Chair. First of all, on where it says Joanne explained that Bonnie would be considered acting chair and then an alternate cannot chair. At the end, it says nor can she. I think it should say nor can staff.
Where are you?
Right here.
You just want to change the pronoun?
What
Yeah.
page?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, the 3rd page, I think it's the 3rd page. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Nor
says,
can
yeah,
staff.
nor can she.
Oh, third page.
It's just nor can staff. When I read that, I'm like, why can't I serve as chair? So that, and then down below in paragraph number, under business updates, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th paragraph, it says they was approved. It would either be they were or this was approved. Either way, just that first. And then the next paragraph, there's an ad hoc committee looking at ways to fundraise, take out the word to. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yep. So is there a motion with those corrections?
I'll move to approve with those corrections.
But, hold on, rewind a second. Were you here last month?
No, I can move it, but I'm not gonna vote.
Okay, you can move it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seconded.
Second? Okay. Any corrections? So all in favor? Abstain?
Abstain.
Do we have enough or do we need to move this to next?
Abstaining is fine.
No, do we have-
That
Okay.
includes in the
Okay.
number. That's
All right.
included in the.
Thank you.
I wasn't here, sorry.
Okay. And then we move to old business. Joanne, do we have anything old business?
I do not, no. No, I do not.
Anybody else?
I can tell you that
Old Home Days.
Starbucks is coming in to the planning board on the 12th. Car wash is coming along with their construction. The only other project before us right now is the medical building. They're adding some parking and
Okay.
making a few little
Where's
changes.
Starbucks going?
Right by,
Pinardville, behind Franklin Savings
Savings.
Bank.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, back there.
Have they revised their plans? Because I know that there was like some issues.
Yeah, I just finished reviewing them today. Now I'm waiting for engineering's
more,
comments. Yeah,
What's it called? New England-ish?
they won't budge on that,
Oh,
so
interesting.
I'm not recommending their closing. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it doesn't blend in.
Gotcha. What, I don't know if I missed them coming before the planning board, but the building that is being, where is it being built? It's like a little bit down from Magoo's.
The car wash?
I thought that was the car wash.
Is that the
That's
car wash?
Yeah.
It's like a white color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the car
I thought you
wash.
were talking, when you were talking about the car wash, you were talking about the revisions being done to the car wash that we had that big back and forth on.
You're thinking of the trailer business.
No,
No.
You're thinking of the one on Mass Road in Pinardville.
yes, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one, no,
Yeah,
that's still
Car
in
wash
court.
laundromat.
Yes, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't started anything yet. It's still locked up in court.
Oh, really? Okay, all right.
And if I may, what about the residentials, the one on Factory Street and Bog Road and?
Bog Road is supposed to be doing the foundations within 6 to 8 weeks. Factory Street is supposed to be meeting with us in the next month or so.
Yeah.
I don't know what the delays are.
They had originally said they were gonna break ground in the spring, right?
They did, yeah. So we were supposed to have a meeting with them to go over everything, and they canceled, so we're just waiting to hear back.
Any idea when moving in
I'm sure.
to the Bog Road ones will start?
No.
No, okay.
And I think people are, I've started to see the 55 plus across from Villa Augustina showing up on
Yep.
some realtor stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They've been closing on them. A few of them have sold. The back part,
I
not the
didn't
front
think
ones.
that they had Attorney General's approval
I
yet.
think they do.
They do
I
now?
think they do, yeah.
So, yeah, I know several people were putting down purchase and sales
Yeah.
agreements. I don't know.
Real estate marketing comes real tight.
It is.
Well, they're going to be putting trees up along that road so
Okay.
that it's going to block those houses that are facing Mast Road, so that they don't have the noise. They are going to do something,
I was wondering what they were gonna do.
because those will never sell.
Right.
Well, they will, but,
No, no.
not at the price they want.
No.
Look what they're getting for them.
I don't know, in this housing market.
Yeah, but it's going to change. It is changing.
Is it?
Yes, very much.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I'd like you to accept my resignation. I really appreciate all of you being here and being able to serve on the board. So I would like you to vote on my resignation, please.
Don't leave.
I'm leaving, yes, I am.
You're a very good member.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that, but I will be leaving. Thank you. It's all good.
I'm
Okay.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's life in the big city.
I move to accept the resignation with regret and many thank yous. Can I say that?
Yes.
Seconded, also with regret.
Okay.
Do you want to serve on a subcommittee?
Joanne, I like it. I like where you're at. Thank you.
Is that effective immediately, or?
Effective immediately.
Okay, thank you.
And so maybe Melanie can come up as a full-time member.
Well, Gratefully again, all in favor?
I
Aye.
Nice, Dad.
Motion passes.
I move to adjourn.
That was it?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it.
nothing.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
I will say one thing, that doesn't need to be on the record, but the bingo program.
Yeah.
I still haven't forgotten about it. I'm just like super busy because we still don't have a code enforcement officer.
Check.
And I'm taking over a lot of that responsibility right now.
Yeah,
So I'm
to
just
do.
kind of straight out, plus it's that time of the year when everybody's coming in asking a million questions.
I think the priority with Scott is good. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So all, do we do that already?
We didn't vote.
All
We
in
have to
favor
vote.
to adjourn?
I
Aye.
Who made the motion to adjourn?
I did.
Oh, okay, that's right.